It's our next round, 40 and 40, presented by Vulcan Tire Automotive. There's really no secret who you voted at number one. The Crimson Tide of Alabama. Why not? That seems to be where they live a lot.
I'm just shocked here, Brown. We haven't seen back-to-back national champion in college football since the last time Alabama did it in 2011, 2012, so it's been a decade. You don't see it a lot, so if this comes to fruition, it'll be a little bit of a surprise. Only 13 returning starters. That's never a problem from Nick Saban, but you start to look at the losses on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Really amazing for one of the best offenses we've seen in the history of college football.
I mean, you talk about Mac Jones, who will compete for a starting spot in the NFL. Najee Harris, one of the best running backs Alabama's ever had. Oh, and by the way, the Heisman Trophy winner, Devontae Smith. That's a lot to replace.
Alex Leatherwood, Landon Dickerson. I mean, we could go on and on and on. Bryce Young, that's the question. I don't know if it's really a question. It seems like Alabama gets better and better at quarterback. To me, more of a question, Bill O'Brien, the new offensive coordinator. We saw him 2 years as the head coach at Penn State. Had pretty good success based on those circumstances. He's a guy that knows quarterbacks. Obviously had Deshaun Watson with the Texans. But that's going to be an interesting relationship early on. Bryce Young and Bill O'Brien.
They're so good at linebacker. This is probably going to be the best defense Pete Golding has had in his time at Alabama.
You look at Christian Harris, Will Anderson, Toa coming in. I mean, they're just completely loaded.
Yeah, it is a loaded team. Quick look at their schedule. Ole Miss was an interesting game last year, but that's back in Tuscaloosa. Then on the road at A&M, on the road at Mississippi State in back-to-back weeks. That's an interesting stretch.
Yeah, look, Alabama, I'm sure at this point they want to be challenged. They win every game last year by double digits. But when you look at early on October, I don't know if you want those two games together. And I do think Mississippi State is going to be improved, but Ole Miss to Texas A&M, which game do you think they have circled more? I know for Jimbo Fisher and the Aggies, they've got Alabama scheduled. Yeah. But to me, the circle game for Alabama is Ole Miss.
Well, you voted them number one in the Vulcan Tire and Automotive 40 and 40.
Hey, for more information on our friends at Vulcan Tire and Automotive, go online. 4 great locations, vulcantireandauto.com.